G'day, mate, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere with me, Jitty, and the wonderful Mr. Tony Stark. In today's episode, we want to rearrange things just a little bit, just a tiny bit, because, well, now we have a wonderful planet that has a whole bunch of shields, also makes a whole lot of power, thanks to, well, the friends that were here and now have been kicked off. And I want to move things just slightly, whilst people look on in the background. I want to move things slightly. Like I said, we have a homeworld, but it's been a bit of a mess. It's been a bit of a chaotic mess right since we started. So what I'd like to do is move to this planet. I'd like to move everything to this planet. I'd like to move all the production lines to this planet. I'd like to make something a little bit more neat, a little bit more tidy, and something a little bit more organized. But before we get into that, I need to ask that very important question. And that very important question with our neighbors looking upon us is, I'm working on it. I'm hurrying up. Okay. And that is, well, can we borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like early in the video. If you're not happy with the video, you didn't enjoy any of the blueprints I'm going to be sharing in today's episode, by all means, you can have your like back. Also, at the same time, I put a lot of work in these blueprints. I'm just going to ask, just really quickly, have you clicked the subscribe? Have you checked? Just check for me. Scroll down a little bit. I'll wait. We'll wait here just a second. Have you clicked subscribe? You probably should if you haven't already. All right. So, today's episode, there we go, when we pause, is first off research. Whilst I've been busy putting all the things on this planet, I've been ticking off what research we can. There's not a lot of research left. There is solar sails, but we're not launching solar sails yet, so I'm not worried about that one. There is inventory capacity, 2 of them. We're definitely going to go grab those. Technology-wise, there is, well, high-strength glass, cashmere crystals, nope, and nope. There is miniature particle, strange matter, which leads on to gravitational wave refraction, which eventually unlocks the gravity matrix. I don't think I can unlock anything else. They're all purple. We do have satellite distribution. We also have supersonic missiles. We have super alloy. We have attack drones. So, I can't unlock that because I don't have a prerequisite being... I don't know. No, we've clicked that one. Quantum printing, yeah, so we can't get any of these. So we can't quite unlock green science, but we get most of them. So we're gonna get satellite. We'll throw satellites in at the end. All right. So first thing I need to do is I need to go to the homeworld. I need to pick up some materials. Also need to turn off that. That was turned on to make sure I had a continuous power network. But now I need to go to the homeworld. I need to pick up some bits and pieces. I have an inventory full of bits and pieces, but that's the problem. It's full of bits and pieces. And I basically don't want to take anything home. There's no reason for me to take... can I throw those in there? Yes, there's no reason for me to take anything home, because we're going to be moving to this. This is going to become our new homeworld, so I might as well leave all the resources here, including all the belts, all the foundations, all of that, and all of that. Yeah. Can you, yes, and can you, done. Okay, all right, so our inventory is empty. We need to go home. Home is in that direction. Okay, as for here, we have, well, our layers of rockets we had earlier, plus we have all our babs and all our artillery. This all needs to be packed up. Speaking of packing up, can I remote supply and remote supply? Also, I'd really like to reverse these belts. Hey, more inventory capacity. We're going to be using that. Reverse, more reverse, touch a reverse, more reverse, and more reverse, and reverse that one as well. Yep, we're going to be packing all the rockets back in the tower. Same goes for the artillery shells. Artillery shells are a loop belt. They are a loop belt. And we're going to uncap that. And you... Lack of item. Of course, I dumped everything. Can I grab that? We're going to put that in there. Yep, and that'll just pack up everything. I'd do better if I, actually deconstructed everything, but well, we'll come back and do that later. At the moment, I just want everything put back in the tower where I don't have to worry about it. And, oh, that's a decent amount of more inventory space. Okay, just want everything put back in the tower while it was, so I don't have to worry about it. I do have a lot of accumulators here. We're going to cap those so I don't just keep bringing more accumulators in. Because, well, one, we have enough power on this planet. If we click on one of these, At least I assume so currently. Most of the power is actually going to the shields, which if we jump out here, we have 99.985% coverage. Some of the shields are still warming up, but pretty much coverage is spot on. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for right now. Also, this side of the planet. Also, we've got in a power plant, and also plasma cannons that we need to, actually research and build. But this side of the planet is designed to bring in hydrogen from, our local gas giant and burn it off. There is 250-ish thermal generators here, which will burn several belts worth of hydrogen at full speed, which is fine because gas giants have unlimited hydrogen, which is good for about 500 megawatts worth of power. So we have a decent amount of infrastructure right here that we could be using and will be using in the not too distant future to, power this planet. So we can eventually shut down these guys. In the meantime, they can just, fill up the extra accumulated power in the shields. Yes. Okay, so that's our plan. We are naked. We have our fuel, which we need to take home, but we need to go back to our home world. And I need to approach slowly because our home world is still slightly covered with a few friends. Yeah. But I've done some upgrades, so we should be able to speed up and slow down a whole lot easier. I just wish that it would load the landfilled areas a little bit sooner so we don't miss, or show me where the relays are. Okay, so the relays are over there. So if I aim for here, we should be fine. Yeah, if I hit this side of the planet, we should be fine. Going for the pole anyway. Yep, okay. That's fine. All right, so now we're home. We need to go stand here for a number of reasons. One being that our bases are in the process of hitting level 15. Okay, which means we now have level 15 loot drops, which are all of these goodies. So what I need to do is, first mission objective is, now we're home, grab a bunch of this, and also a bunch of this, and we're going to be crafting boxes. 50 of them, and that's not nearly enough. More. 52. More. Okay. 70. It's probably getting closer. All right, and more inventory capacity. Now we're talking. Okay. I also need to uncap that by a lot because I'm going to need a lot of belt in a minute. All right. So we now have new drops. We now have, grading crystals are now going to be dropping. Also particle containers, which are going to be very, very important because, I've been struggling with those for quite some time. Particle broadband, which shall now drop. With deuterium, also reinforced thrusters and matter recombiner will start dropping. So another fog drop. Now, this is a component that we're going to need to build buildings later on. Fog enhanced buildings. Yes, fog enhanced buildings. But with particle broadband dropping and also CPUs, technically, we can start making purple science. We're not going to worry about that right now. This is a future problem. A future problem for not right now, but for right now, the first thing I want to do is I want to say, okay, so that's one of our drops, and I want to build you up taller. That's a second drop. I want to build you up taller. As you can see, we've done one more layer of research. I want to build you all the way up. Deuterium, we're going to build all the way up because we're going to need deuterium sooner or later. Your cashmere crystals, which is not in our drop list. You are nanotubes, which weren't dropping previously. They are now dropping now because we've actually done the research. So they start dropping, at least at a decent quality. You we're going to build up. You we're going to build up. You we're going to build up. Your titanium glass, we don't have that one yet. Reinforced thrusters, there it is. We're going to build you all the way up. Am I out? No, I'm not out. Okay. And also there's the matter recombiner. Okay. Whilst we're here, we're just going to make any box that we can larger because I don't want this backlogging. There are solutions. There are wonderful solutions, and I have plans. In fact, I have blueprints for wonderful solutions that never back up. They're a perfect system. The catch is I also have a limited amount of time. So I need to pick what we're going to be working on in today's episode, and today's episode is not fixing this in a permanent way, so it never backs up. What we are going to be working on is getting all of these upgraded so we have the most total capacity to not back up. And then we're going to start crafting, because I need to craft an awful lot of things. An awful lot of things to, well, go back to the other world and, well, retrofit it. Can I pull those out and put those instead? All right, so on my crafting list, my short list of things that I need to collect is mainly iron, an awful lot of iron. Actually, it's also turning off some of this. Okay, so I'm also going to be throwing in some temporary automation, which, you know, you guys don't need to know about it. It'll be more builds like this. All right, I don't need to do this anymore. You can go away. 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 And you can go away. I don't need any more accumulators. We have however many they're in situ between the two of them. And I also need to do reverse and reverse. Yes. And just max both those out. Yep. Okay. I need to call all my weaponry back. Don't need the weaponry on the other planet. I also need to dump that into there and that in there because I don't need it. Okay. I need to have some bits and pieces before we go off-world, and do off-world things and rebuild the homeworld. Namely, assemblers. I want about 100 of these. So, green circuits. Iron. That failed. Can I just set up iron? Like, all of it. Yeah. Okay. Iron is going to be an ongoing theme for a little while. We're just going to walk over here. Okay. Gonna need some iron. Gonna need high strength glass. Now being researched, which should enable as a drop. There it is, right there. Titanium glass. So that shall now drop regularly. Iron. Okay. Assemblers, gears. Okay, can I also... Oh, gears. Can I just have... From our gearbox... I want 2,000 gears. I'll explain why. Alright, so I need... 100 of those. Yeah, we're rebuilding significant parts of the infrastructure. We need a bit of brick. I need a few of those. I need boxes. We're gonna want... I have 50. So that gives me 100. I want smelters. I want... Yeah, 100. Yep, done. I want sorters. I want more green circuits. I want... No, I want more than that. I know I'm out of iron. Collect that. Come back to these guys. Collect that. And I want 450 of those. $500, make sure. I also need to have 100 of those roughly. And power poles 50. Can I get... No, I'm out of iron. Can I get more iron? At least 100 of those. And then I need 6,000 belt, give or take, roughly. The good news is we have belts well, completely automated, but there is 1.3k in that box. So I'm only like, 4,000 belts short. Yeah. At the same time, we need to replace that laser. And, you ever feel like somebody's just sitting over your shoulder, watching? Also, there's a small problem with this list. It's longer than it was previously. Because, you're literally right there. At 0.35 AU. Where are you? Oh, you're literally right above me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can you stop moving? Here, can I use the advantage of the pause button? I want to actually click on the main hive building. Except now central core. Level 14 base, because the hive is slightly lower level than the actual well, planetary bases. The planetary bases are earning experience by slamming into my walls, and they're passing that experience onto the hive. You have 12 relay stations. Good to know. I have no idea how many are in orbit. Oh, how many are in orbit and how many are on planets. Obviously, this planet has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we've got a few more guests than we had previously. You have a whole bunch of energy, which is nothing I can do because you have solar receivers on the hive, so you're always going to get new power in. Matter comes from the planet. In my case, there's only one planet in the system left. And you have 200,000 hit points for just the main building. Every other building and ship in there also has a bunch of hit points. And you also are replicating a seed. If you're interested in more details about the hive, I'll link the video up top right hand corner. I did the dossier videos, which covered both the planetary bases and the hives, 2 separate videos here. Well, the planet bases is one video, also the space bases, the hives, as a second video. And that goes into a lot more detail, including the seeds. Seeds are being launched between one hive and another star to, have even more space hives in some systems. 3's not enough, it seems. So that's fun. Okay. But yes, I have... Well, you're brand new, we can tell. Plus a few others. And if we bring up our shield, we can see that, yes, they landed outside our shield area, which is why I wanted the shield so far at the back. They've sort of got about as close to the shields as they can. And this one's actually closer to our front wall than anything we had previously. That's fine. With the home base, the home world can stay like this and it can keep farming. And I can keep, planning to move to a different planet. I'm going to, see you in some amount of time when I finish crafting. Because I'm going to have one hell of a crafting queue to craft enough material to go to the new planet. And we're going to be packing up. We're going to go to greener pastures, much greener pastures. Can I set you to 1? So that takes rid of those. And I don't need you anymore. And we don't need you anymore. See, we're tidying up. Also means that, there you are, you. Can I build you up now? We've got that research done. And we're researching the cashmere crystals, which probably means you're about to get taller as well. But I'll see you guys in a sec after I complete my crafting queue. Do you ever just feel like somebody's watching your every move, leaning over your shoulder, or some such thing? Yeah. Okay, so we're back. My very long crafting queue has finished. Make one of those. Cool. My inventory is full of stuff, an awful lot of stuff, and that means it's time to get building. Because, I have a couple of blueprints, an awful lot of blueprints, and today we're going to be building the Mall 1.1. Mall 1.1 is different from Mall 1.0, as 1.0 had a couple of items that were missing, just three, not bad. I got everything else, but it also comes with some instructions. Also, it comes with the all-important cornerstones. Very handy to have some cornerstones for your blueprints. Now, the cornerstone blueprint is handy for a number of reasons. One, it has 2 different markers on it. It has the star marker and also the blueprint marker. The blueprint marker goes on the cornerstone, so we know exactly where the cornerstones are, and the star marker goes on the equator, so you know exactly where to put this blueprint. And I'm going to place it right here because it just fits. It doesn't go over any resources. I might have to remove some stuff along the equator. I might not have to. I might be able to work around it. But this is where we're going to be putting this blueprint, and we're going to press Shift and Enter to get the blueprint placed. With that placed, we can then start actually building our mall. We're going to start with number 1, which goes overlap the corners there. I sort of want to build you earlier now, but okay, I guess we're going to put you there. Cool. We're just going to put it down our very first start. Now, I have far too many things in my inventory. Can I pull those out? Yeah, that's a start. Okay, so this is step number 1. Step number 1 is, a couple of smelters to get things rolling. We have 2 iron smelters, 2 iron lines. Luckily, somebody has prepared and grabbed the iron from the far side of the map, because that was the closest, and dragged it all the way over here. So I'm going to put iron in there. I'm also going to put iron in here. Also, it takes in copper right there. And finally, stone right here. Cool. So that's going to at least start. Early game. This is a blueprint with a total size of 300 opponent facilities. Exactly. So these are really designed for upgrades. At mass construction number 2, blue science, you can start using these blueprints. You can't use them at number 1. It's designed for number 2, so you need to get to blue science to get blue science up and running. But once you're up and running, you can start using my mold. All right, now I have brought some stuff with me. An awful lot of stuff with me. Can I put you there? And I have one of you, it turns out. Sure. I have gone and raided from the homeworld all sorts of intermediates. So sorta Mark 2. Yes. Okay. We're gonna put you there. I'm gonna put you there. In here, I'm gonna put all my bricks. In here, I'm gonna put all my glass. Over here, it turns out I'm gonna put a power pole so it'll actually work. I've also filled up the bonus inventory slots full of stuff as well. Can I open that and just dump that in there as well? Yeah. Just to get the ball rolling, so to speak. Okay. So that's blueprint number 1. Next blueprint is going to be blueprint number 2, which we just overlap the tiles and click. With that done, and can I get one of you to help out? Yeah, you can go here. Cool. With you done, well, we can start putting down the next blueprint, except I need to take all of those out of storage and all of those out of storage. Yes, okay. Oh, and chests. All of those out of storage too. Cool. All right. As you can see, all of these have, well, hats so we can have logistics requests. Also, they have a whole lot of magnets to get the magnet build started, and a whole lot of green circuits to get the green circuit build started. Yeah. Okay. So the idea of this is we're going to put down our very first early things. So we're going to have green circuits. We're going to have gears. We're going to be making a lot of intermediates on site. That can go in there as well. We're also going to make fuel. Normally by bringing in coal. Well, actually fuel's there. In my case, I think we're past that point where I'm burning combustible units for fuel. So you're never going to get coal, which is fine. We also have those things. Yes, the engines. And that's another important thing about this blueprint. Everything, all the boxes are filtered. So I can just walk up to any box and press tab, and that'll put, well, whatever that item is in that chest. Green circuits, tab, it'll just throw all my green circuits there. Gears, tab, throw all of them in there. It means I don't have to think too hard about which box I'm going up to. As long as the right box and I press tab, it removes stuff from my inventory. You're also going to make... actually, you won't make rockets because we don't have any combustible units, but this gets us to belts. Belts are a nice start. After belts, obviously, we want more things, and that's where the next layer of the blueprint comes in, and we just make sure we have a one tile overlap, and click right there, and you guys are going to go in. I also need to make sure that you all have robots now that they're in my pocket. Cool. All right. So, you're going to make, well, sorters. They're going to be important. Also, Mark II sorters. Also, engines. Also, Mark II engines when this one actually arrives. And can I put another one of these? Here, we're going to need a few of these. We're going to be building this for a minute. Cool. Do I have engines? I don't have any engines. Do I have green engines? I don't have any green engines. Okay. It's also going to make steel. I brought steel with me. There we go. We're going to throw steel in there. Also has a second chest for iron. Yes. So iron is made on the first line, but we also have some spare iron ore here. The iron ore here I turn to steel and put onto a new belt for steel. Also put in a buffer box to, add in more steel. And we take any excess iron and feed it back in because all these components use a lot of iron normally. I've filled up the chest, so we're using a little bit less. All right, so this gets us as far as engines, which was number 3, right? Yes, okay. And then, thank you. We can go blueprint number 4, which, as you can see, as always, overlaps by tile, and then we can see what else we're going to build. So, we're going to build a little bit more iron, a little bit more steel. Also, we're going to make ammo. Yeah, I'm locking you to 0 slots. I don't think I need ammo at this point in the game. We have a lovely chest in here to store our magnetic coils, which I can fill up. And close that, close that. Also have a buffer chest for copper. It is halfway down, but the idea is, well, the couple of smelters we have up here, we have consumed some of it. So we're going to buffer it here, and then as we continue on, well, we have a little bit in store. Just a little bit of a backup. Also makes the good old triangles. which come in here and get buffered before they get turned into the plasma exciters. We're going to need those for other things in the future. But we've also started making tier 2 belts, also assemblers, boxes, smelters, miners, all that sort of fun stuff. And we're going to remove you. And we're going to go with, so that was 4, right? Yes, you can just look at it. It overlaps perfectly. All the machines line up. So we can go with 5 is going to go right there. Cool. All right, you are going to be a box full plasma exciter. Cool. I happen to have 1,400 of those with me. Can I pull those out finally? And pull that out finally. And you are going to be making the photon combiner, which again, I went and picked up some from the homeworld, because these are all drops. These are all drops that I can stock up a heap of. I don't need guns anymore, so we can turn that one off. You're going to make power poles. You're going to make the Tesla towers, wireless power tower. Yeah, and this gets us to here. You might also notice that all the belts have moved along. They've been compressed a little bit, and we have a new belt for silicon. The idea is, right about here, you would bring in silicon. How you bring in silicon is entirely up to you. I am not in control of you. I make no decisions. You make your own decisions. In my case, I'm going to say silicon, and I'm going to say a hat. And I'm going to say request, and I'm going to add some bots. I don't have silicon anywhere, but that's besides the point. It's at least, you know, set up and automated. And iron is going to take a while to get down here because it's been turned to all sorts of things. All right. After 4, after 5, we have number 6. Number 6, we're going to dump right there. Turns out I'm missing a few of those. Can I craft some of those? Probably if I pull that out now. Okay, I'm missing 9. Okay. Yeah, this is a line of proliferators. It's entirely up to you if you want to proliferate the build or not. It's put here as a convenience factor because, well, if you proliferate many of the items, not all the items, but anything that, any building that doesn't require building it as an ingredient. I should add that. So power poles, you can see I can get extra products by proliferating the ingredients. But, well, wireless power towers, because it requires a Tesla tower as an ingredient, I can't proliferate it. And you will eventually run after you find some iron and you back up. Yep. All right, but next blueprint goes in. We're going to have splitters also. Well, oil extractors, they're finally done. And you were 6 because you require the proliferators. Then we're going to dump down number 7. And we're going to get a couple of new things to build. Also, I'm going to get... can I just build you... Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty safe up there. I'm going to need extra building hand just to, you know, get things moving along. All right. We have oil extractors, we have chem plants. We also have fluid storage. And, yep, that's those ones. Number 8 is this giant blueprint, which we're going to dump there. Now, you might notice that blueprint is considerably larger than our previous blueprints because, well, at this point, you should probably have red science unlocked. And if we look at upgrades here, that brings us up to 900 facilities. So this is sort of the point where you've got oil done. So if you've got oil, you should get to the next level. Yeah, and you should be able to put in bigger and better blueprints. So we're going to have labs. I know you prefer labs a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. We have tier 2 chests. We have water pumps. We also have rockets and babs. Also the proliferator sprayer itself. We have the thermal power plant, the hats, the logi drones, and actually, whilst I'm here, can I just... okay, I want to go up to here. I want to raid these chests. Yes, I want to raid all these chests and shove stuff back into storage so I don't make duplicates. Because there are some things I don't need spares of. One of them at the right moment is rockets. I think we're good on rockets for just 5 minutes. Maybe babs as well. And signal towers. Can I grab that? You go in there. You go in there. You and you. Hi, robots. That was a long trip for you. That can go back, and they can go back for the moment. Can I grab those? Can I grab those? Cool. All right, back down we go. Okay, I need Babs closer. Bab's much closer. You're still watching, are you, Hive? Watch me build. Okay. The other thing is, anything that has a hat on it, I can remotely interact with from anywhere on the map. Much like logistics towers. So, Babs. Shove those in there. 150 of them. Can I, now I'm standing close to it, can I just grab 20 out? Rocket launchers, all of them. And that was it so far, right? Signal towers. We haven't got as far as signal towers. We are as far as fractionators. Okay. So, 8. Yeah, 8 rocket launchers, Babs. What are we up to? 9. Okay. So 9, same story. We're just going to overlap. And as you can see, we're adding more belts on. Now, again, how you get these items in is entirely up to you. I'm probably going to use a whole lot of hats because it's convenient. But again, it's entirely up to you. Can I put you here, please, with a power pole and just get both of those built because I'm going to need the extra bot help. All right. You are artillery. We're going to dump that in there. You are thermal power plants. We have our precision drones, prototypes, then precision, and then attack drones. Yes. You might also notice that a lot of these recipes have been filled in, even if I don't have the research. Again, I'm running mods. All the mods are down in the description below. But it means, like, precision drones, the recipe is locked. I'm doing the research right now, so this will never activate. It won't work until the recipe is actually unlocked, but until then I can at least put it on the building and you can see where it is. Very, very helpful if you're doing YouTube videos and you want to, explain all the items on the mall. Okay, so that gets us to, I don't know, what are we up to? 8, 9? Again, mods. 9, 10. Okay. Yeah, you probably don't stop and explain every single blueprint as you're putting them down. 10's great. It's a bunch of belt. It's really easy. It's a crap ton of belt. Can I put you... Actually, can I put you... Oh, yeah, here's way better. Cool. And I'm out of hats. Okay. And the chance that you've actually made a hat is about 0 because you require CPUs. And I definitely don't have CPUs right here. Okay, can you guys help faster? So, when it comes to the blueprints, you need to make sure all the edges are done before you put down the next one. You are going to be an arc smelter that's going to be making crystal silicon. You are going to be requesting in crystal silicon if you had a hat. And that means I can put in blueprint number 11. Now, blueprint number 11 is just the top half because it was just easy to cut it up this way. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of recipes. We're going to be dumping that right there. And can I put you here with the power pole here? And we build that. And we build that. Cool. Yeah, so we have, going through our list, well, we have our fidget spinners. We then have our shippy ships. We have the reinforced thrusters, which are now coming as drops. That's going to be handy. We don't have level 18 bases, thankfully, yet, but also home base is not doing great. We're missing 1 laser and 1 bab currently. The other things are here, and I just don't have them on me. Yeah. Okay. We have the orbital collectors, which we want to have in stacks of 40. We have the other towers. Yep, those ones. Can I pull out some of those? We have the basic towers. I want to keep those as well. We're going to have the wireless power, the energy exchanges. We're going to have accumulators, which are made on site and then fed off to the energy exchange to get charged. We have signal towers. That's what I wanted. Dump that in there. Then we have thrusters, drones, blueprint number 12 was this. 11 was this, so that you are number 12. Which, again, we're just going to line up all our things that overlap by 1 tile, and you go down. We have the traffic monitor. We have sort of Mark 3, belt Mark 3. We have the stacker. We have lasers. We're fine. We have shields. Good place to put my shields, so I know where they are for later. We have EM rail ejectors. We have the photon receiver, and we have solar panels. Cool. Also, you may notice there's a couple of random belts across the back. The random belts across the back are not random at all. They're actually designed for us to plug in. Just to cut down on blueprint, total blueprint size and total blueprint numbers, it's helpful if you build some of the belts. So, if I go to engines, which would be this chest, and drag this into here, that conveniently lights up. Yeah, very convenient and it lines up. And then throw a sorter there. Cool. Next one we're going to notice is up further. It is wireless power towers, or they are wireless power towers, right? Yeah, wireless power tower. So we're just going to grab that and drag that into there. And then same story. I just need to build this end and put a single sorter on it, and then the rest can take care of itself. You go there. Cool. There's also Mark II sorters and belts, which are built up here. And Mark II sorters are this one. So we're going to bring that out to there and just drag you lack of item. Have 12 on a more belt. Mark II sorter and also Mark II belt. Just drag it up over and plug that into there. Cool. And then if I come over here and I plug you, nope. Mark II sorters on that side. If I plug you into there and I plug you into there, you're both done. Cool. And whilst we're here, belts. Can I grab however much belts in there? A lot. 200. Okay. Hopefully that's enough to finish this project. All right. So we're down to here somewhere, and I'm shot a whole lot of hats. Okay. So after we've got down to solar panels, our next blueprint is so that was number 12, which filled in the rest of the belts. Then we have number 13, lucky number 13, which I can put right here. And we're going to have, what are you called again? Annihilation Constraint Sphere. That's right. Which will make the wonderful artificial stars. We have the Mark II miner, the advanced mining machine, which technically, a recipe's locked, but technically we're now getting grading crystal as drops. So this is something I want to invest into reasonably soon. We also have the mini fusion power plant, which burns the deuterium fuel rods. We have the plasma turret, which I'd like to get. Also, titanium glass. And you might be saying, Jetty, have you lost your mind? Why are you making titanium glass? Well, it turns out they're needed in plasma turrets. Also, it means this box here actually imports water. Yeah, the bus needs water. Rather than me building a whole belt to put water in here, we're just going to fly it in with bots. Which then brings us to blueprint number 14, which then is going to snap snugly on the end. And I'm out of belts. Really? I'm just a few short. How much do you say? 90. That's not too bad. I got pretty close. Okay. Can I put you here? And a power pole here. And no, it doesn't include Babs in the blueprint because it's just more items, it's more entities. It means every blueprint would have to be slightly smaller. And I'd need more of them. And cutting this up into 14 pieces for the first time was not fun. All right, so last couple of blueprints we have is the Chem Plant Mark II. So the quantum chemical plant. Plus we have the vertical launching silo. We have miniature particle collider. We have Assembler Mark II, Assembler Mark III. We have the Smelter Mark II. We also have the substation. It's definitely, oh, it is the satellite substation. Okay. Plus we have the two brand new ships for fighting in space. We have a bunch of chests here, which actually bring in some items. So like here, I'm bringing in graviton lenses. Here we're bringing in strange matter. Here we're bringing in the Mark I chem plants to turn them into Mark II chem plants. These you can cap how you wish. I've assumed as you're probably going to be getting these from loot drops, depending on how you're playing, potentially before you've actually researched them and started using them, they're set very high. We have Mark I assemblers to turn into Mark IIs. We have the particle broadband to make the Mark III assembler? Mark III assembler. Also the unipolar magnets to make the smelters. We have plane filters to make the plane smelter. We have the thrusters to make the two ships. Yes. We have the smelters to get the Mark II smelters, and finally strange matter again. Yep. Plus we've added there's four more belts down here, being nanotubes, grading crystals, quantum chips, and also the frame material. Yep, I got added to the bus here. Most of the rest are added up here, but this is the complete mob. Start to end, has all the features, all the whistles and bells, all the recipes, and It's not that expensive. Where are we? Total cost, and there is a complete mall blueprint if you're interested. 6,500 belts. Yeah, I tried looking at doing it with logistics towers and all sorts of stuff, which is how we used to in the past. And the cost was about the same. It was cheaper in belts and stuff, but you know, people complain about how much stuff just sits on the belts doing nothing. And the funny thing was, as the minimum request you can set for a tower, one of you guys is like 100. The total amount of resources sitting in towers doing a whole lot of nothing was about the same. But yes, this is the wonderful mall, start to end, which is the first thing I need to do on this planet. Second thing I need to do on this planet is probably start here. Second thing we need to do is we're going to be, well, retrofitting this planet, like I said. I want smelters. I want a copper smelter. I'm going to rotate you around twice, and I'm going to dump you... There? No? Okay. 2 tiles this way. You can go there. I have no resources nearby. It's copper over there. Okay. So we're going to dump down a copper smelter. It's going to be a dedicated copper smelter. We're also going to do... What's next? Probably silicon. Silicon's below me. Oh, copper's here and here. And actually irons. Then we'll get to iron. Okay. So silicon smelter. We're going to throw in a silicon smelter right here. We're also going to throw in an energetic graphite smelter. I'm going to need one sooner or later, even though this planet has 150,000 coal. It's fine. We're going to need one sooner or later. We're going to need a magnet smelter to get it out of the way. We're going to need a iron smelter. 2 of, because one of the iron smelters we're going to feed directly in the smelter beside it to make steel. Steel. Yeah. Okay. And then I need to wander over here. As you can see, I brought some smelters with me. 1 or 2. Remove you guys. Okay. We're going to throw down a steel smelter next. Yeah. And then beside that is going to be the titanium alloy smelter, which is going to have a problem of I need acid. And then beside that's going to be a titanium smelter. Yeah. And then finally, a stone smelter. That's the last thing on our list. Yeah, okay. So we're going to put down a smelter or 3, okay? This is going to take a little while to build, but then again, I have babs. So if we put a bab here, a bab here, and a bab here, and one there, I guess. One here, and one here. The babs cover one another. So the babs will self-build the babs, which will self-build the parts of the smelters that's highlighted and working. As for the belts, well, I need a whole lot of belts. Yeah, 4,000 belt. I can downgrade the belt, which we're probably going to do. Also, I need a whole lot of sorters. Sorters, well, we are automating them. They're here. There's 200 ready to go. So that's the start. Okay, that's the first thing I want to build. Second thing I want to build is... Good question. Probably an oil refinery. Because I want to leave the homeworld behind. The homeworld is done. The homeworld is done. In fact, the homeworld is so done, we need to name this planet. The bus is in. Obviously, we should name this planet. Yeah, name a planet. Hope. This is going to be our planet, Hope. Yeah. Yeah, not a new Hope, just a Hope. Oh, that's a relay. Who just did a flyby. Are you trying to contaminate? Are you seriously trying to contaminate me? You did. You just flew up and did a flyby. Because I have a shield. I was sort of hoping you'd run into the shield. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that mostly self-built. Alright, refinery. I have a wonderful blueprint here for a double refinery. When I say a double refinery, I mean this thing does all the refinery all the time. Like, it takes in 2 blue belts worth of oil. It's a bit extreme, but then again, if I build this, I don't have to worry about oil again. And I'm thinking, ideally here. Can I hold this corner? Can we come a bit closer? Just so I can sort of see what I'm doing up close and personal. Works for me. Okay, so we're gonna dump down one of those. Obviously, I don't have blue belt. I'm also missing some tanks and some other things, but that's okay. We're gonna be using a downgrade planner on this, and I'm gonna downgrade it. In the meantime, we're just gonna build what we can, and I'm gonna be short on belt no matter what, so it's fine. All right, so an oil refinery is gonna go in on this planet, and we'll just have to import oil, which is what you're set up to do. You're also set up to import blue spray. We don't have blue spray. We'll worry about blue spray in the future. With that, next thing I think we're going to want is we're going to want a motors and turbine build. And you can go right here. No? Okay, go left one tile. Yep, you can go right there. All right. And CPUs. Can I get a CPU build as well? You won't squeeze in here because the refinery got... Well, actually, you will squeeze in here, won't you? Can I not blueprint foundations? You're skinny enough to slide in right there. I'll take it. Okay, so I have just a little bit of building to do, the tiniest amount. So I'm going to get cracking on that, and I will see you in the next episode where, well, at the very minimum, we have a whole lot of Mark 1 belts and sorters put down, and we can start retiring stuff on the homeworld. Like I said, I want to move to a new hope. I want to have basic production up and running on this planet, and I want to get off the homeworld. The homeworld is a mess. The homeworld has friends. More friends keep showing up. It's like one of those house parties where you invite over one person, and then they invite 2 people, and then 2 people invite 4 people, and then, yeah, you never invite that friend ever again to another party. But yes, I have some belts to build with the advantage of our wonderful mall up and running. It is literally a case of come over here and go shopping. Also, we might want to pave the mall. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Either way, I'm going to call this video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to mention before I get out of here that if you want a copy of the mall or any of my blueprints, they are available on Discord. Yeah, I did mention that earlier, but I'm going to mention it again. They're all available on Discord should you want a copy. Anyway, that is it. I am out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in, well, the very next video. All right.